Good morning, students. In this video, I am going to explain the second experiment, that is diffraction grating. So, as we already know, this using this diffraction grating, we have to determine the wavelength of the light. We have to determine the wavelength of light of different colors, means violet, blue, green, red color. We need to determine. So, first we will understand what is diffraction and what is diffraction grating, and after that we will go for the aim of the experiment and apparatus required for this experiment. So first to understand what is the diffraction. Diffraction is a phenomena. From this we can understand that when the light waves are traveling through a slit, they bends and travels in the shadow of the slit or edges of the object. So this diffraction phenomena is nothing but bending of the light at the edges of the obstacle or at the slit. So this bending of the light is depends on the two factors. That is, this diffraction follows the two conditions. The first condition is the dimensions of the slit should match with the wavelength of the light. When the slit dimensions means width of the object and width of the length and width of the object should be meet with the should match with the wavelength of the light, then only diffraction is observed. The second one is the source should be point source. The source should be point source, it should not be extended source, then only we will observe the diffraction phenomena. So this diffraction phenomena naturally we cannot observe because the light wavelength is very less. So in that dimensions we are not having the objects. The light wavelength is very less, that is 7,000 visible, means visible region wavelength is 7,000 angstroms, 4,000 to 7,000 angstroms. So that is very less. So in that dimensions we cannot prepare the obstacles. The first condition of diffraction is the dimensions of the object should coincides with the wavelength of the light. To observe the diffraction phenomena naturally, the dimensions of the object should match with the wavelength of the light. But the wavelength of the natural visible light is very less. So to observe the diffraction pattern, we need the special apparatus. In the laboratory, to observe the diffraction pattern, we are using the diffraction grating. So an instrument that is called as the grating. So that is used to uh, develop the diffraction phenomena. So here this diffraction grating is an instrument having the 15,000 to 20,000 slits in a small region. Using the diamond, they will develop the 15,000 to 20,000 slits in a small region. So with that we can observe the diffraction phenomena in the laboratory. So we have to understand that grating is an instrument, small instrument used to observe the diffraction phenomena in the laboratory. So using the grating and using the spectrometer is also an apparatus. We can observe the diffraction phenomena and also we can measure the wavelength of the light. So here first we will understand what is the grating. Grating I already told having the many number of slits. It is used to observe the diffraction phenomena in the laboratory. So we'll go for the aim of the experiment. So mainly the aim of the experiment is to determine the wavelength of the light using the diffraction grating. So by fixing the diffraction grating on the spectrometer, we need to measure the wavelength of the light. So we have to calculate the wavelength of the light using the diffraction grating. So the main apparatus are spectrometer, source of light, diffraction grating, magnifying glass. These are all the main these optical bench, we can say that. So these are all the main apparatus. Spectrometer is an instrument used to observe the this spectrum of the objects. And next, the source of light and diffraction grating, magnifying glasses, etc. These are all the apparatus we required. So before going to the experiment of on the spectrometer, we need to adjust the spectrometer to particular settings. So spectrometer settings are very important. It is having the different parts, having collimator lens and the object lens. We'll see that next. So here we'll see this ray diagram, how it will be used. Here we are having mercury source. So from this, the light will fall on the from the mercury source. The light will fall on the collimator. This collimator, sorry, here. So from this diagram we can understand the process of the diffraction grating. That Here we are having mercury source. So here this is the collimator, and from the collimator, so here the mercury source will generate the light. The light will fall on the collimator, and the collimator will distribute the light onto the grating. Grating will distribute the light energy, and from the telescope we can observe this spectrum. That is a spectrum on both sides of this grating we can observe. So theta 1, theta 2 are the deviating angles that we can observe clearly. So the main formula of this experiment is a plus b into sine theta is equal to n lambda. So a plus b is nothing but the grating element. So what is this A and B? So that is very important. In the grating device, there is a 15,000 to 20,000 slits are present on that grating. A is the slit width, B is the width between the opaque spaces. So A plus B gives us the grating element, that is distance between the two successive slits. So as I already told, A plus B is the grating element, that is distance between the two adjacent slits. N is the order of the spectrum. So from that we need to calculate the wavelength of the red, green, yellow and violet, and after that we need to calculate the percentage error. We know that the standard values of these colors, so we need to compare the experimental values with the standard values of the wavelengths, and we need to calculate the percentage error also, where here lambda experiment is the uh, experimental value of the wavelength. Lambda is the standard value of the wavelength. Adjust the telescope and collimator for parallel rays by Struter's method. Mount the diffraction grating on the prism table such that its plane is perpendicular to the prism table. Arrange the face of the grating so that it lies normal to the collimator. So the main procedure is adjust the telescope and collimator for parallel rays by Struter's method. Mount the diffraction grating on the prism table such that its plane is perpendicular to the prism table. Arrange the face of the grating so that it lies normal to the collimator. So we need to adjust the first telescope, spectrometer, and also this collimator, also grating. So first we need to adjust the grating to get the spectrum. On both sides of the grating we will observe the spectrum. So adjust the telescope or my spectrometer and collimator for parallel rays by Struter's method. So we need to arrange the spectrometer by the Struter's method. Mount the diffraction grating on the prism table. We have to keep the diffraction grating on the prism table, and plane is perpendicular to the prism table. We need to keep that diffraction grating plane is perpendicular to the prism table. Arrange the face of the grating and so that it lies normal to the collimator. Focus the vertical crosswire of the eyepiece perfectly on the first line of the first order spectrum on left side. This focusing must be perfect for accurate results. So what we need to do, first we need to arrange the spectrometer. After that we need to keep that diffraction grating on that prism table. When you arrange the grating on the prism table in a particular manner, we will observe these colors on left hand side and the right hand side of that collimator lens. So when we get that colors violet, green, red and yellow colors, we need to focus the crosswires on particular colors. First we need to focus on violet color. On right hand side we have to take the reading on the two scales which are present on the spectrometer. We know that the spectrometer is having the circular scales. That circular scales are two scales, those are main scale and the vernier scale, same as vernier calipers. First we need to calculate the main scale reading. After that we need to go for the vernier scale reading. The total reading of particular violet color is the main scale reading plus vernier scale reading into least count. Least count of the spectrometer is 1 degree. So by calculating total violet color theta 1 will get on the right hand side. Same process on for the remaining colors also. Next go for the red color, violet. Next one is you move the crosswires onto the next color. Take the reading on main scale reading and the vernier scale reading calculate the total reading for the particular red color. After that, yellow, blue, orange, whatever colors are present, you can have to take for the four colors. Readings on right side is completed. Those all readings are taken as theta 2. Take the same readings, same type of readings on theta on left side also. So when you take the readings on left side, same process will be applied. You have to take the main scale reading, move the cross wires onto the colors present on the left side, and keep on one particular color and take the reading for the main scale and the vernier scale, same as the before process. That is, those readings which are taken to the left side are taken as the theta 1, the readings which are taken to the right hand side are taken as the theta 2. So from that we need to calculate the wavelength. A plus b into sine theta is equal to n lambda. This is the formula derived in our theory lectures. That is the minima formed in the diffraction phenomena. That is the condition for the minima formed in the diffraction phenomena. From that we can calculate the wavelength lambda. That is, lambda is equal to a plus b into sine theta upon small n. That is the order of diffraction. From that we can calculate. So here the main observations are, the grating element is, we know this grating element because the on the grating it is mentioned that how many lines are there per inch. So we can convert into the per centimeters. Per inch is 2.54 centimeters per 15,000 lines. So least count of spectrometer, as I already told, 1 degree. So by knowing these two values, we can take these readings from this tabular column and we can calculate. So here once we observe the tabular column, we'll go for the spectrometer settings also. First we will observe this tabular column. What is this tabular column? First column is the colors violet, green, yellow and red. These angular positions, as I already told, this diffraction grating splits the white light which is coming from the mercury lamp into the colored fringes. So the grating is nothing but grating produces the diffraction pattern. The grating deviates this differentiates this white color which is coming from the mercury lamp into the different colors. So here we can observe the colors on right hand side of the grating and also left hand side of the grating. So these are angular positions are taken. On right hand side is the theta 1, right is theta 2, left is the theta 1. So the total deviation 2 theta is nothing but theta 1 minus theta 2. From that we can calculate theta 2 theta upon 2. From that we can calculate sine theta. So if you calculate sine theta, we can calculate easily lambda value from the condition of minimum position in the diffraction. That is, lambda experiment is equal to a plus b into sine theta. So from that you can compare with the standard values of wavelength and we can calculate the percentage error. So wavelength of violet color is, so this is the experimental values what we are getting here. So this theory can be explained using the lab manual. We can see that. So here we can see that objective of this experiment is to determine the wavelength of the different spectral lines of mercury light with a plane transmission grating by minimum deviation method. As I already told, this is the process we are applying in our lab. We are having the spectrometer. This is said to be the spectrometer. Using this we can observe the spectrum. We can observe the different arrangement of colors. The essential part of the spectrometer includes the collimator grating. This includes the collimator, grating table and a telescope. This is having the collimator lens and also it is having the grating grating table and a telescope. It is having collimator and also grating table and telescope. So collimator provides, what is the use of, this is the setup what we are having in our lab. Here this is inside this wooden box we are having the lamp where it will produce the white light. This white light will travel through this lens and it will fall on the grating. This is said to be the collimator, from where we can observe that colors. This is said to be the eyepiece. So from here we can see the colors. This is the grating, small grating which is in the rectangular shape having 15,000 lines per inch. And here when the white light which is coming from here will fall on this grating, here a small slit will be there. This white light which is coming from here will fall on this grating and will split into the both sides of the collimator into the colors. We can observe those colors from the eyepiece. From here we can see the colors, where we can observe that the colors means violet, red, green and yellow colors are we can see on both sides of the grating when you move this. So this is a spectrometer. So we can move this collimator on both sides, and this is a in the spectrometer here we can see this is there is a circular scale. There is a circular scale which is mounted on 360 degrees, and a small scale also present, that is said to be the vernier scale. To increase the accuracy, vernier scale is also calibrated. Here we are using the two scales, that is main scale and the vernier scale. Main scale is in 360 degrees, vernier scale is having the 30 divisions. So this is said to be the spectrometer arrangement. So after that we need to understand the grating table, a circular table supported horizontal on a vertical rod at the center of the spectrometer. This is said to be the grating table. This is said to be the grating table where we arrange the grating instrument. That is said to be the grating table. This is a rotatable, and this is also rotatable using the screws mounted here. And this collimator also movable on both sides of the grating. So telescope, a simple astronomical telescope consists of horizontal cylindrical plane transmission grating. So minimum deviation position, as I already told. So when we incident the white light on this white light on this from this wooden box, the white light will fall on onto the grating and it will split into the colors and will focus on the colors individually. So here we can observe that the spectroscopy is a powerful research technique too useful for the production of the production, observation and analysis and interpretation of the spectra of given sources. So here we are using the spectroscopy method. It is a powerful research technique in physics where we can use we can use full for the production, observation, analysis and also interpretation of the spectra given sources. The properties of the spectral source can be studied by the calculating the parameters like intensity, line width and the wavelength of the spectral lines. So here we can focus the white light on the grating and we can observe the colors. So those colors are having the particular intensity, line width and wavelengths. So these intensity, line width and the wavelengths of the spectral lines can be observed. Spectroscopy has been found applicable in determination of the atomic and molecular structures. So what is the use of spectroscopy? Using this we can calculate intensity, wavelength in our lab, and also it is used to find the atomic and molecular structures of that sources and energy levels of the molecules also. That is a different process, and we can verify the Bohr's model of the atom. Spectroscopy is also an important research tool in astrophysics where it is used for studying the composition of the planets and stars. So using this spectroscopy we can do a lot of things in research, but it is a lengthy topic here. In our lab we are calculating only the wavelength of the light, different colors only. The aim of the experiment is one basic task in spectroscopy, that is determination of the wavelength of spectral lines. The distribution of the dispersed radiator energy arranged periodically according to the certain parameters like energy, frequency, wavelength, etc. is called the spectrum. So here the spectrum is formed after traveling the white light from wooden box to the grating. The spectrum will formed which is having different colors. Depends on the different colors we need to calculate the wavelength. So here the bending of any kind of wave when encountered by any obstacle of dimensions comparable to its wavelength is called the diffraction. A diffraction grating consists of a large number of exactly parallel and equidistant slits. The grating diffracts the light waves of various wavelengths emitted by the source through the different angles, thereby making it possible to determine the wavelengths. Grating are often used to measure the wavelengths and to study the intensity of the spectral lines using mathematical analysis. So we can use this formula, as I already told. Using this formula we can easily calculate the lambda. So what is the lambda here? Lambda is the wavelength, a plus b is the grating element, a is the width of the slit, b is the distance between the two adjacent slits, n is the order of the spectrum. So here this is the main thing we have to observe, that tabular column here. A tabular column is important, that is angular positions angular positions we have to measure, that is left hand side angle and the right hand side angle. Theta 1 and theta 2 we have to calculate. Theta 1 is the angle which is made on the right hand side, theta 2 is the angle left and right side. So this difference in the theta 1 theta 2 gives us the total angle made by that particular color 2 theta. From that we need to calculate theta and substitute, take the sine theta, substitute in the formula. The formula is lambda is equal to a plus b into sine theta upon n. N is taken as 1 here. So we know the standard values of violet, green, yellow and red, and we will compare with the experimental values of wavelength with the standard values of the colors, and we can easily calculate the percentage error using this formula. Lambda experiment minus lambda standard upon lambda standard into 100 gives us the percentage error of these colors. So this is the main thing we have to understand. Only one thing we have to understand, we have to take the first we need to adjust the spectrometer. After that we need to adjust the grating setup. Grating we have to keep in a particular position, then only we will observe the colors. After that we have to adjust the collimator lens. Collimator lens we need to adjust. This collimator lens is having a cross wire which is in plus symbol. We have to move that cross wire and the colors. When you observe the spectrum on both sides of the grating, spectrum is nothing but the formation of colors. So we have to keep that cross wire on the colors and we have to take the readings. That is only the task here we have to do. When we take the theta 1 and theta 2, we can easily do the calculation. Here no graphs are there in this experiment. So this is the procedure, this is the adjustment. Main adjustment is here, we can from this diagram we can understand this. Here source of the light is falling on the collimator and it is falling on the grating and we can observe the colors. So this is the same. We are having the same tabular column here. They separately given main scale reading and vernier scale reading. I had mentioned in that theta 1. Theta 1 is having both scales, main scale reading and the vernier scale reading always. So here for every experiment we need to understand the precautions also. The telescope must be so adjusted to receive the parallel rays. So the adjustment of spectrometer on both sides, collimating lens and the slit adjustment is also very important. It is difficult also. The grating table must be optically leveled. Using the spirit level. Spirit level is a small instrument used to check that balancing position of any instrument. So using that spirit level, we have to check that prism table, spectrometer, and grating table are in balanced condition or not. Collimator also we can check. The slit should be as narrow as possible and parallel ruled surface of the grating. So slit should be narrow and the parallel ray should fall on the grating. While handling the grating, one should not touch its faces but hold it between the thumb and the fingers by edges only. So grating must be clear. So we need to touch only edges of the grating. We have to keep that grating with two hands only. While taking the observations of spectral lens, the grating table must be clamped. So by fixing the grating table using the screw, we have to take the readings. Otherwise, the errors will come. Thank you so much. This is about the second experiment. We'll go for the third experiment in the next lecture. Thank you.